useless!
What's going on, guys? You're chilling with Trainer Zabza, and today I've got a Pokenalysis for you on Misdreavus. Now, Misdreavus is a really special Pokemon, and I will explain that in a bit. But the weaknesses it has are Dark and Ghost, resistances to Poison and Bug, and immunities to normal fighting and a pseudo-immunity to ground, thanks to its ability, which is Levitate. Unfortunately, that's the only ability it gets, but that's really the only ability it needs. And I may be going through this kind of quick, but this is going to be kind of a quick analysis, and not only that, but you'll see. Looking at its stats, it's got equal special attack, special defense, and speed, with okay attack, defense, and HP, which begs the question, are they all the same? And yes, the special attack, special defense, and speed are all the same, and the HP, attack, and defense are all the same. So, Misdreavus is just one of the best Pokemon in Little Cup to run. I mean, there was a reason last generation that it was called the 3 M's. Murkrow, Mienfoo, and Misdreavus. But let's show you why with this first set. You may be thinking, holy crap, looking at moves 3 and 4, but we will get there in a bit, I promise. The strategy is common is the Eviolite or Berry Juice set, and I've even seen some people run Focus Sash, but the most common thing is to go with Eviolite or Berry Juice. With the ability to Levitate with a timid, or if you want more power, modest ability, but you run out on that speed that Misdreavus so desperately loves. With an EV spread of 236 special attack, 236 speed, and then 36 HP or defense. I would recommend defense personally just for a Eviolite, but if you're going with Berry Juice, might as well put it in HP. With the first move being Shadow Ball, the second move being Thunderbolt or HP Fighting, and the third and fourth moves being so many different things. I mean, Misdreavus can do whatever the hell it wants. I'm just going to go through this list really quickly. You got Pain Split, Will-O-Wisp, Thunder Wave, Destiny Bond, Dazzling Gleam, Taunt, Icy Wind, Heal Bell, Substitute, Nasty Plot. And there's just so many different combinations you can go with. You can go with Sub Nasty Plot with Shadow Ball and HP Fighting or Thunderbolt. You can go with Shadow Ball, Thunderbolt, and Dazzling Gleam, and then maybe like Taunt as a full-on offensive set. You can go with Sub Pain Split. You can go Pain Split with Will-O-Wisp. You can also put Substitute on there by getting rid of like Thunderbolts, but any way you do it, Misdreavus just has so many different sets it can run, it's not even funny. And the worst part about it is, all of the sets, almost all of them are viable. You take any 2 moves from there, and you can come up with a viable set. Watch, I'll just pick randomly, numbers 8 and 3. Third ability on this list is Thunder Wave, okay? And then the 8th ability, going like from top down, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Heal Bell. T-Wave, Heal Bell, Shadow Ball, HP Fighting. Okay, that's fine. It works as a Cleric set. You see what I mean? You can pair up anything, any of these moves together, and it will still work with Misdreavus. And it's just so weird. But it's also really cool at the same time. And that's why there aren't going to be any gimmick sets for this, because Misdreavus can make pretty much any set work, except for physical. You go with physical, that's not a gimmick, that's just plain dumb. But let's move on to the custom set, and you may be wondering what the hell kind of custom set would I have for you guys if it can already do all this and more with just the common set. Well, check it out. The common set does not have these kind of defenses. This custom set is a Eviolite Levitate with a bold nature, EV spread of 36 HP, 196 defense, and 236 special defense. And this is a defensive set. And it's more especially defensive, but with the bold nature and just the special defense investment, you can actually hit 16 defense and 18 special defense, which will give you 24 and I think 27 in defenses, which is huge. So Misdreavus can take hits from pretty much either side. With a moveset of Substitute, Will-O-Wisp, Pain Split, and Shadow Ball. Will-O-Wisp is just to cripple the physical attackers that want to try and come in and hit Misdreavus. Substitute is to give it a little bit of protection. And and Pain Split is to get back some HP. Since you're not running full HP investment, Pain Split will definitely be of help to you. And then finally, you just have Shadow Ball as a main stab. So let's move on to checks and counters. Checks and counters, the number 1 counter to Misdreavus is going to be Pawniard. Pawniard can come in, if it's Scarfed, go for a knockoff, straight up one-shot Misdreavus, or if you just happen to not be running a support move on Misdreavus, say you're full offensive, can go for a Sucker Punch and, again, straight one-shot you. And in that same vein of knockoff users, you have to worry about speedy knockoff users that could potentially speed tie or definitely outspeed if they're running Scarf, because while some will not knock you out, they will severely cripple Misdreavus. And while it's somewhat uncommon, Pokemon such as Houndour or probably Stunky can come in and Pursuit Trap Misdreavus with a 93% chance to one-shot it. Even with Stealth Rocks, it's still 93% chance, so you can still take some solace in the fact that you might be able to live a hit. And finally, one of the other threats Misdreavus needs to look out for besides, in general, special walls, because they just suck. I mean, special walls in general, you know, it's not worth listing it as a threat because that's just common sense. If they send in especially offensive Pokemon, you should send in especially defensive Pokemon. But another type of threat that Misdreavus needs to look out for are priority attackers with Sucker Punch or Shadow Sneak in the case of Honedge. It's pretty easy for Misdreavus to knock Honedge out in return, but Honedge is pretty damn bulky. From full HP, it'll be able to take a Shadow Ball, provided it's a Violite and is the defensive set, while Honedge can go for a Shadow Claw and then knock it out with a Shadow Sneak the following turn. But now on to teammates. Really good teammates, and I mean really good teammates, for Misdreavus, since it's so weak to knockoff, are Pokemon with Sticky Hold or Pokemon that benefit from knockoffs such as Snubbull. Snubbull has the ability Rattled and Resist knockoff, so it can get a +1 speed boost and proceed to knock out the Pokemon, considering it has some really good attack and a fantastic move pool. But other Sticky Hold users can come in and potentially wall threats as well. Because Misdreavus is a Ghost type, it also means that it's weak to Ghost type moves, so other possible teammates to consider are Normal type Pokemon, such as Porygon, who can take hits for days and then retaliate, or Pokemon such as Doduo, who are immune to Ghost type attacks, can still take 1 or 2 hits, and are fast enough to retaliate and KO. Another option to consider is Diglett. Now, it doesn't have to be specifically Diglett, it can be something like Diglett, such as Trapinch. I think you might be able to make Gothitelle work. It probably won't work, never mind. But if you're facing Pokemon that you know can have a chance to Pursuit Trap you, and you think that they are going to try and Pursuit Trap you, such as Houndour or Stunky, you can pull a double switch into Diglett as they send in their Pursuit Trapper and then trap their Trapper.
Trapception.
So while it does require a little bit of protection on your part, it is possible to manage it. And finally, Pokemon such as Aron would make a great teammate with Misdreavus, not because Misdreavus benefits from it, but because it benefits from Misdreavus. With Misdreavus' natural immunity to fighting and pseudo-immunity to ground, it takes care of both of Aron's most common and 4x effective weaknesses. But I think that's going to do it for this Pokenalysis. There's been surprisingly few visuals, but there's been a lot of talking, so I hope that somewhat made up for it. If you liked the video, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Maybe list some more Pokemon that you want to see me do a Pokenalysis on in the comments below. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time.